Hey J3, can you hear me? J3, can you hear me? Okay, so now I need to figure out how to drop the link. Mm, okay. Hey Tigsy. Oh, I should have had you come over here with me, J3, about dropping this link. I appreciate it, Tigsy. Okay, general guess. Guests can stream this to their own guests. Let's see, there's comment. Okay, J3. I don't know what I'm looking at. Um, I don't know how to drop the link. Comments. I probably should have went live on your page, Jex. Okay, open up another window. Okay, so you're live on yours. That means I need to go to my YouTube. StreamYard. Jigs is live. And this is not working. Hey, Sweet Thumb. Trying to figure out how to get Jigs on this live or how to open How everybody doing? Hey, Bayou Sugar. I'm just really trying to learn how to work StreamYard. I wish I had did a test farm with Jigs earlier. And then I could have probably figured out how I was doing this. Jigs, I'm in your backstage on your live.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Can you hear me?
Everybody can see you right now.
I'm doing fine. Can you hear me?
Everybody can see you right now. Mute your YouTube.
Okay.
We're on my channel.
So how do I mute my YouTube?
Mute. StreamYard still open?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me everything. Do you have your StreamYard still?
Oh shit.
Okay. You just tell me everything you see right now. No.
Jigs, can you see me? I'm in your back room, Jigs.
Okay.
The
screen that you're looking at right now, you see your picture and my picture, right? Okay. On the screen?
Yes.
Okay. The screen that you're looking at right now, you see your picture and my picture, right? On the screen? Present. Invite. Okay. At the bottom, you see mic, stop, setting, present, invite. Click on invite.
Invite. Okay.
You see the word copy?
Yes.
Copy that, and then go down to the right hand side where it says you see the word copy?
Yes.
Put your finger on that, and then go down to the right hand side where it says post comments. All those alphabets go down. Put your finger on that, and that all those alphabets go down there where it says post comments.
Okay. Post comments.
Okay. All those words that you copy went down there where it says post comment, right? All those words that you copy went down there where it says post comment, right?
I think. Do you see it on my end?
No, I won't see it until you let me go. Let me go to your channel.
Do you see it on my end?
Yes, I see it.
Okay.
No, I won't see it until you let me go to your channel. Okay, yes, I see it.
Okay.
I should be in your basement now.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, now I'm going over and close mine out. In your basement now. Going over and close mine out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it. Now, how do I turn this laptop up? This is my daughter's laptop, so.
What do you mean? How you turn it up?
The volume.
What kind of laptop is it?
She got a what is it? I think I got it now. I got it.
Okay.
Whew. Thank you.
Hello, everybody in the chat. Welcome in.
Jags, you are a lifesaver, brother. I thank you. I think I should have did this with you earlier. That's what I wasn't thinking about it. So
I was thinking about that the same thing too. I was trying to wait on you.
Okay, well, let's just welcome some people in.
Yeah.
We have up on the screen is J3G Farms. Jay, tell everybody about your channel.
You want to welcome everybody in first?
Well, I mean, you're part of my panel,
TG.
so I want you to introduce yourself.
Okay, for those that don't know me, my name is J3GS Farm. I'm a gardener, farmer, honeybee king.
Yeah, the honey slanger.
I figured that was coming up. But anyway, I'll go ahead and speak to the people for you. TG, okay. Welcome in. Sweet Thumb, welcome in, bro. Bayou Sugar, welcome in. That's it.
All righty then. Well, the topic for the day is 10 things beginner gardeners should know. But before we
let me tell you another thing. One thing before I start my topic is I try to wait till at least 10 people come in so you won't feel bad talking to yourself.
Okay, well, I'm still talking to you. And you know I like talking to you.
You see the red dot up at the red little panel to the left of your screen up there? How many people that say you got in there?
3 right now I'm watching.
Oh, 3.
Well, it went down to 2.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so
let's hope they left my channel and come over here.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. This is still practice, you know.
Child to you as well. It's not a problem. All you gotta do is email me like Miss Tampa did. I don't have a problem helping you.
I did learn that part on how to put the I did learn that part. So about putting the comments up on the board. So that came easy. It's just trying to figure out all the rest of the stuff that we got to do. Yeah.
Well, if you would have saw Bayou Sugar the other day, she did a class during Miss T, and it's outstanding. If you want to know about YouTube, StreamYard, she can help you real good.
Okay, I'm gonna go check on hers. I think Bayou's got EV Mugs too, right?
No, she got EV Mug. You don't need that yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I keep looking at the StreamYard and looking at all the features and stuff, and they keep telling us to upgrade.
Nah, I do it this way. Just stay right there where you're at until you can do better.
Okay.
Because this takes a lot out of you, and it gives you a lot of knowledge. But if you jump to EV Muck, I most definitely can't help you. You have to go check with Bayou or Tend to Educate, the Educated Natural. They do all that. I think
I'm just gonna stick with the
StreamYard.
StreamYard, yeah. Right. Yeah. Mine's is just showing 1. How many is yours showing?
Oh, well, I'm not sharing. You have sharing capabilities?
How do I share?
No, hold it. Are you paying for this, or this is
no? Okay, this is just a free one.
We can't do it then.
Okay, so you got the free one too?
No, I paid for this one.
Well, excuse me, look at Big Baller.
No, I did the free one for about 2 years, and then last year I finally went ahead and got the paid one, but I got it when it was only $10.
Okay, well, yeah, I see the different plans that they have. So, but I do need to get more practice doing this. So once I get more practice, then I feel more comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
Just stay with the free version until you really know what you're doing. Then you can get the paid version. It gives you more.
If you saw my thumbnail, did you see my thumbnail?
Yeah, I saw the thumbnail.
My daughter did that.
All right.
Because I was like, what is a thumbnail? She's like, Mama, give me this thing. Come here. So she actually created that, and it turned out pretty good. It looked nice.
Yes, it is. So that shows you got some help.
Yeah. She fights me. Today's her birthday. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, daughter. Happy birthday.
Yeah, if you're listening, happy birthday. She in the next room, so we didn't already had lunch and cake and ice cream. So
Okay.
yeah, mine's showing 4 people.
Okay, that mean they're coming in. Hopefully they're leaving my channel and coming over to yours.
Okay. But I sure appreciate you, bro. Yep,
No
I
problem.
sure do. Trying to get this thing going and popping. It takes time.
Yes, it is. That's why we're here to help each other.
Yeah. So this topic came to me today, and I just started writing.
Okay.
Yep, I started writing. Oh, thank you, Tigsy. She's saying happy birthday to Hanifa.
That's your daughter name, Hanifa?
Hanifa. Yep. And I got a Fatima.
Is Hanifa on YouTube too?
I think she is. But she's not doing any lives or anything like that.
I thought I just saw that name somewhere before.
She is. She's hey, God's Desire for me. Thank you for coming in.
How you doing, God Desire?
Can you see they're coming on your end too?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm on your channel. Everything's on your channel.
Oh, okay. God's Desire, we appreciate you coming in and supporting the channel.
If we were sharing it out, then you'll see everything, but I wouldn't see everything.
Oh, okay. That's when I pay for it, when I get that
part. No, you don't have to pay for it. Well, yes, you do. When you're sharing out, it has to be paid for. Did your daughter talk to you about moderators and stuff?
She did, and she was asking me what was my channel gonna be about, and she knows all the things I want to do with the homestead and the farming and the bee. And she was like, "Well, Mom, you're gonna get bored of that. You need more things." I said, "No, I don't think I'm gonna get bored with doing that."
Well, when it comes to the moderators, I suggest you get some people that you really trust to put in here as your moderator to help you out in the chat. You don't need a whole bunch of them, but people do things different way. Now, when you go to a channel, everybody gets a wrench. But me personally, everybody don't need a wrench. I only have 2 moderators in my whole thing.
Well, I'm gonna let you be one.
I know I didn't say it so I could be one.
Look, I'm gonna let you be one, please. So I can get some of the credit to you, because you are actually you reached out to help me, right. Even though you could be doing other things today. I'd rather, because my daughter, she don't know too much about it, but
I don't see her in the chat right now. But one of the best moderators that you can get is
Nikki.
Nikki is good too, but G Mama Grows.
Nikki really? I need to ask her, because baby, she be on it.
Yes, G Mama Grows and Nikki
on it.
I'm not kicking nobody else to the curb. I'm just telling you what I know and what I observed all these years.
Yeah, I'll ask her. Ask her, because I didn't know anything about it. And do you set it up on StreamYard, or how do you set that up?
You'll set it up in YouTube, but once you come on StreamYard, they'll be able to do it too.
Okay. Well, you will have to give me a class on how to set that up.
No, I don't. You'll have to get that from Bayou or one of the other from 10.
J3, now I had your back last night with Micro Farmer. You at least need to have my back with that.
I'm not going to tell you what to do, and I don't know what to do.
I know.
A lot of the stuff I do on my computer, I get in and I just play with it, and I just test a lot of things. That's how I learn. And then I listen to the Educated Natural when she's talking about it, when Bayou's talking about it, when they talk about this stuff. I try my best to pay attention.
Okay. Well, I only got 4 people right now, so.
Well, we can go ahead and start. It's all right. We can go ahead and start.
Well, before we get into the topic, I want to talk about some mail that I got.
Okay.
From Hands in the Dirt.
Hands in the Dirty.
Hands in the Dirt. Wind Down Wednesday. For me winning and participating, I got some seeds. So the first one that he gave me was Minnesota Midget?
Right.
I don't
Slide
know
your
what-
hand. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what Minnesota midget is. Do you know?
They're like a cantaloupe,
Really?
but they're smaller.
Okay. So we got some seeds for some Minnesota midget, and then we got some seeds for heavy hitter okra.
Hey, I love my okra.
I
love
like my okra too, and I done found out that I could pressure can them too. Oh,
Yes.
baby. And I found out that I could pressure can green tomatoes. You know how you slice them up to get ready to fry them? You can pressure can them too to have for a later day.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, mostly everything can be canned these days. If you don't can it, dehydrate it. If you don't dehydrate, you can freeze dry it.
Exactly. And I want to do all those well, two of the processes I'm already doing, which is the freeze with the dehydrator and the pressure canner.
Right.
The freeze dryer is going to come after I get this land.
Right.
And get situated, because that's more so of a long-term thing, you know.
Yes,
it keeps the nutrition, the shape of the food, and it's actually better when you freeze dry versus the other three, but the other two still comes in handy, you know.
The only bad thing about it is I hope you never run out of water when it's time to eat.
I know. I already know. Tiggs has said you can pickle okra too. Delicious.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I've never tried that, Tiggsy. I'm gonna have to try that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to try to pickle okra, but I seen somebody actually pressure can the okra, and I love okra when it comes to my pinto beans.
Yeah.
So I gotta those two combinations. If I got beans, I gotta have okra.
All right.
But today's topic is 10 things beginner gardeners should know.
Okay. Educate me.
Look, I'm educating myself too, you know, since I'm a beginner gardener. Okay. And number one would be you don't have a black thumb.
A black thumb or a green thumb?
Black thumb, J3. Black thumb. You know how people say black thumb when you kill everything?
Oh, okay.
A green thumb is when you got something that you can grow. A black thumb is, you know, you feel you can kill some stuff.
Okay.
I'm reading off my notes. So it says you don't have a black thumb, but bad things will happen, and it's your job to learn from them.
Yes.
Failure isn't a failure unless you give into it and let it be. Typically, the perception of having a black thumb stems from missing knowledge. As they say, you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know.
You really don't. So that's pretty much what a black thumb consists of. You got anything to say about that?
No, I really. Well, yes, I have heard I have heard the term black thumb before, because you're always killing something in your garden. Yeah, I heard that term before, but I never really used it.
But have you experienced it before?
Well, yeah. If you're a gardener, you're going to experience. It doesn't matter whether you're a good gardener or a bad gardener. You're going to experience that killing, that dying off. You most definitely.
Okay. Well, number 2, you just need to start.
Yes.
If you are new to gardening, just remember, you don't need to know everything, but you do need to start. I might butcher this word, but I'm going to try to say it anyway. Oh, Sweet Thumb said, heard of a black thumb, seems like it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep. Paralyzed has kept many people, including myself, away from starting new things. But if you don't start, then you can't begin learning. As Kaylee at the Honeystead always says, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and learn something old.
True.
So basically, number 2 is you just need to start. Regardless of where you at in your garden season, you just need to start.
Yeah.
And God's desire said, can't learn if you don't start. Experience is the best teacher.
That's right. A lot of people say they're going to do it, but they don't do it due to fear and due to they have the desire, but they don't want to step out there and do it. They're scared of bugs, scared of snakes, scared of this, that, and the other, and it kind of stops them from going out there and do what they need to do.
Sweet Thumb said, facts. Put a seed in some soil. We gonna find out.
That's right.
That's true. Number 3. Well, I also had some recommendations on some books. Just to start off for beginners, you can always do your research on finding books or go to the library just sit into the garden section and just read some things. If you like it, check the book out. Right. But 3 recommendations is Atomic Habits by John Clear, Skills for Growing by Charles Dowding, and The Vegetable Grower's Handbook, Unearth Your Garden's Full Potential by Hugh Richards. And the list goes on. So books galore. What you can't get on the internet, you probably can find at a bookstore, the library, yard sale, garage sale, Goodwill, you name it. Or reading its fundamentals.
By hands-on.
Exactly.
And actually, the back of the, I use this one for example. On the back of the seed pack, it tells you what you need to know. It tells you what you need to know. The only difference is you got to realize what zone you're in and when your frost, when your spring, that stuff is. When you know that, you can kind of figure out when to plant and what to plant, because YouTube University is going to tell us almost everything we need to know.
But if you don't got YouTube University, then what? We need books.
You read the back of the pack.
That too. That's true.
On the back of the pack, they have the United States map, and they got different colors on there, and each one of those colors stand for a zone. And you got to you look at it and you see what zone you're in, and it tells you when to plant it. So
okay,
a good thing is to read that package too. If it's something that you want, read the package, the back of the package.
Black Beekeeper. Welcome in. And no, I'm not from Florida. I'm in Indiana. My name comes from my grandfather. I'm honoring him. My grandmother used to call him Tampa. So I threw that in.
All right.
God's desire said, let my desire to have my own food outweigh my fears of the unknown. I'm cautious, but I want my food.
Yes.
Facts.
Well, and to add to what she said, due to the way our society is now, I just go back to when I know I'm a little older than you. When I was a little fella, all the food that we ate was basically real food. But now that I'm an older fella, I'll say 75% of the food we get is not real, or they figure they got to improve it somehow.
Okay. Hey, Almost Homesteading, welcome in. Thank you for joining us.
Man likes to tell us all the time that God plan wasn't good enough for us, so they come in and they want to change things.
Sweet Thumb, you're right about that. Did you read it, J3?
Yes.
Okay. Number 3. Plants don't care where you live. They really don't. They don't care if you live in Hawaii, Texas, Florida, Miami. They don't care where you live. All plants care about is that their needs are being met. They care that they are getting enough heat, light, water, and nutrition. So while people talk an awful lot about hardiness zones, what you were speaking on, the plants really don't care about them. All hardiness zones indicate is what your average annual minimum temperature is. That's it, folks.
Right.
So while it is still good to know what your hardiness zone is, it doesn't tell you much more than that. Often seed packages can note that plants are hardy to a specific zone. You just touch bases on that. Such as hardy to zone 6. Now that doesn't mean you can't grow it in other zones. It just means it won't be able to survive the winter. So just because your hardiness zone is 9A and my hardiness zone is 6B, if you got a high tunnel, you can grow pretty much anything in a 9A versus a 6A if you got a heated high tunnel.
Right. Black Beekeeper, how you doing? Kason 55, how you doing? Almost Homesteading, how you doing? What do your initials stand for? She wanted, let me see. Hey T, what does your initials stand for? Oh, they're asking TG.
Yeah, I believe so. Casting 55, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about 10 things that beginner gardeners should know. And hence, I am a beginner gardener. Never even took a shovel to plant nothing in the dirt. So this should be interesting for me.
Trust me, you don't need a shovel just to plant.
No, because you can take a glove and start digging some, round in the dirt and you pretty much good. Do you got anything to say or add to plants don't care where you live?
Well, you're right. Plants don't care where you live, but I think plants worry about the cold and the heat. like your brassicas, they like cold heat. I mean, they like cold more than they like the heat. But I'm gonna let you in a little secret. The Georgia Collards, they don't care. Georgia Collards gonna grow heat or cold.
I got some of them.
The name, hint, hint.
Yeah, Georgia Collard. I got some of those. I got those in my seed bin. Number 4, plants don't know if you're a newbie or a pro.
True.
I will keep this point short. Plants don't know, and they don't even care if you are putting your hands in the dirt for the very first time or have been doing this for years. They are not going to react differently because this is your first time. As long as their needs are met, they will thrive. What tends to happen is that newbies don't know how to emit all their needs, and that where the problems can start. But if you don't start, you'll never know how best to meet their needs. As a compromise, I will suggest starting with some newbies. Friendly varieties such as lettuce, radishes, basils, beans, chives, and potatoes.
Yes.
So what do you got to say on that note?
My next thing to that is make sure everything that you name, you eat.
Okay. So basically when you're planting something for the first time, it should be something that you like eating.
Right. Let it be something.
Not just planting because, everybody else doing it.
Right. Don't make sure it's something you eat. Don't do it because you're on YouTube. A lot of people plant stuff in their garden and it's basically for YouTube. But you need to plant what you like to eat, what your family like to eat, not what they like to eat.
True. And that's pretty much my goal when I do start my homestead. We're gonna grow and preserve everything that we eat.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need for me to grow, say for instance, asparagus if I don't eat it.
Right.
It's just a waste of time.
But I'll be over there to get it from you. Depending on how close she is, I'll come and harvest it for you.
Okay, Almost Homesteading said, can you use a little trowel? What is that, J3?
Can you use a little trowel?
Yeah.
That's a little shovel.
Okay.
That's the one that you hold in your hand?
Casting 55, I show thank you because J3 bring that out of me. Did you read what he said?
I don't see any nerves. Okay.
And God's Desire says she plants according to how she cooks and eats.
Right. That's it.
Which is a great thing because that's how I am. I've never eaten asparagus, but since J3 like it and I'm gonna be close to you, I'll plant it and y'all can come and get it.
I'm getting ready to plant a whole bed. I won a bed a few weeks ago, and that's the only thing gonna be in that bed is nothing but asparagus.
But how do you even prepare asparagus?
You plant it now and you don't eat it till 2 years later.
Really? That's how long it take to grow?
No, it grows, but it's not ready to eat until like 2 years later.
For real?
This is one of them plants that continually grow.
Okay.
This the asparagus can go up to 15 to 18 years growing.
Okay.
You'll come out, it's small like this pin. You come out once it gets a certain height, you cut it and leave it alone, just keep growing, and when it get cold and everything, it'll die back. When it warm up in the spring, it start growing back too.
I almost homestead and said asparagus tastes like the first two letters. Gross. I never tasted it. I've never tasted it at all. You know, I've never had Brussels sprouts.
Oh man.
Do you grow those in your garden?
I have, but
is it hard to grow?
It's just like growing collard greens and stuff. They're more of a cold type vegetable.
Okay, so it's best grown in the winter
when it starts cooling off.
Okay.
You plant it when it's warm. You can even do it in the summer, but it's better when it start cooling off.
Okay. Well, the next one is number 5, which is define your why and set your goals for yourself.
Right.
Personally, I don't like doing things without knowing why. So before every garden season, you should identify your why or mission statement for the upcoming year. This is a personal thing, and there is no right or wrong way. It can and probably should change or at least get twerked every year. Then once you know your why, you can use it to help set your goals for the upcoming garden season.
Happy birthday, Hafenia Martin. Your daughter come to see you.
Hey, Anifa. Happy birthday, boo-boo. This is my daughter, y'all. With her pretty self, Princess Anifa. Almost homesteading. OMG, Brussels sprouts are good. I grow them and they are easy for me.
Say it again, homestead.
God's Desire plant late summer. Are you talking about the Brussels sprouts almost garden?
Right.
And hit my daughter talking about girl boo. What do you have to say about defining the why and setting your goals for your garden for a beginner?
Well, the why is, why are you doing it?
Okay.
Plain and simple. Why are you doing it? Are you doing it just to do it, or are you doing it for food, survival, to feed your family?
Okay.
That's your whole why right there. Why are you doing it?
Okay, so basically my why would be to be more self-sufficient and not depend on the grocery stores.
Yes.
And at least I know what I'm growing and what I put in that, you know, the plan and the love that I put in my garden. So it, you know, basically I want to grow real food.
Right.
So that's my why. And almost homestead and said, LOL, I will make a tutorial video about Brussels sprouts for you. Thank you. I will appreciate that. God's Desire says, my why stays the same.
Yes.
Okay. So basically you're saying with that number 5, your goals and your why is not going to line up with the next person. So regardless of what they're doing it best for their family. And whatever I'm doing, it's going to be geared towards mine.
Right.
Okay.
That's one of the biggest things about this gardening thing is your family's not going to eat everything I eat. Even even in your family, everybody in your family is not going to eat what you plant. But the point to it is they will eat something like the asparagus. I'm going to eat asparagus. My wife may not eat it.
Okay. Now I will try it. I can't knock something that I've never tried. I've never eaten cauliflower. So I can't say I don't like it because I never tried it.
Okay.
My grandmother used to, grow eggplants. I never ate eggplant. I looked at it. It looked gross to me, so I just didn't eat it. Almost Homestead said, my why I want to have food no matter what happens in our income, economy, supply chains. Facts.
Yes.
Facts. J3, when you decided to start growing you and your family's food, did something drastically happen, or it just something that came to you that you decide, okay, this is what I'm going to do for my family?
Okay, this is something I learned from my grandmother back in the 60s, because when we left Georgia, I'm gonna say it anyway. When we left Georgia and went to New York, the building that we stayed in, I call it the slave building because there was about 20 families in this one building, one bathroom.
Okay.
And the following year, my grandfather and my grandmother, they bought a house, and the family moved into the house. And that following year, I don't think it was a full year, but right after that, my grandmother, she went out in the back and she started farming. What she did down here in Georgia, she started doing there. She had a little small patch in the front. She made a garden and everything. And I believe it was a year later, it was a house. We call it the outhouse. It wasn't an outhouse. This was actually a big building, and we store stuff in it. And we used to always call it the outhouse. That came from this Georgia place. And behind the house was like a quarter of an acre of land, but it was all wooded and all this other stuff. And she had all this. She had 12 children, and 9 of them worked in the back cleaning that stuff up. And we finally got it cleaned off and everything. Once we got all that junk up out of there, she said, y'all can go. Y'all can go. She plowed it herself. She did everything herself, and she even harvested. So I was doing the gardening thing ever since about 67, 68. And from there, me being in the military, I kind of stopped. And then after the military, I went to the prison, and I enjoyed my fishing and all this other stuff. But then my mother-in-law came and lived with me, and said, I want a garden. I said, what? She said, I want the manure and this and that. I said, I can get you fresh cow manure. I didn't know about fresh cow manure at the time, but there was tons of cows across the street from us. Where I go fishing, there was tons of cows. So I took a 5-gallon bucket and I had fresh manure. And I wish somebody would have told me about manure, but I took it. We plowed the ground behind the house I was staying in. We made her a garden. I think it was about a 8x10. And she was only staying with us for 30 days, but she wanted a garden, so I gave her a garden. Okay. And I've been gardening from then. Then when I finally bought my house, I think about 2 weeks after we moved in here, I started my gardening.
Hey, Miss Stacy Clayton.
So
how are you doing?
I basically been gardening the whole time until I retired. When I retired, that's when I really started gardening.
Okay, so that was your why. You've always been. Hey, Sarah's Happy Live. Happy Hives. I'm so sorry, Miss Sarah.
Happy Hives. How you doing, Sarah? Miss Stacy Clayton, how you doing?
For those of y'all that just came in, the content for today was 10 things that beginner gardens need to know or should know. We're on number 6. So for those of you all coming in, if you want to take, go back and look at the replay, I appreciate it. So number 6 is don't forget the pollinators. Try to focus on pollinator friendly plants that are also edibles, making it a win-win situation.
Right. Don't forget the pollinators. I think that's when Miss Sarah popped in too. The pollinators, you got certain flowers that you plant out there in your garden, and then the bees and the bugs and flies and all that stuff comes along and help you pollinate your garden.
Okay. But it will be best to companion plant, right? Like when you're doing vegetables and your different vegetables and your different plants and stuff, there are certain plants and vegetables you can't plant together, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I don't. Okay. Yeah. A good example. Last time I planted the corn, I also planted beans in the corn so that the beans will have something to climb up on, but it also nourished the soil for the corn.
Okay. But then there's also I've been reading that when you depends on what that plant is, it can take over another plant. So some things should be planted by themselves. Is that correct? Like strawberries.
Yeah, some things can be planted by themselves, and some things should be. My blueberries, there's nothing over there but my blueberries. Now in my fruit forest, wherever I plant a fruit tree, I planted blueberries in between each tree.
Okay. Miss Sarah Happy Hive says, I know it's difficult to get plants to grow under a walnut tree.
Yeah.
I want all kinds of trees. Every kind of fruit tree, nut tree you think of, I want it.
Right. That's one of the things I like about my fruit forest isn't together yet, but that's one of the things I want. If there's no food in the house to eat or the kids can't cook, at least they can go to the backyard and grab some fruit, vegetables, whatever, and eat it.
Hey, GT Jr. Welcome in.
GT Jr. grows in Alaska. How you doing, bro?
I sure appreciate you coming in, supporting me, GT. Okay.
How you doing, bro?
Do you grow, say for instance, passion flower? I know
passion fruit.
Yeah.
Passion fruit, yes. Actually, I bought a passion fruit and I had it in my front yard and it froze. And I never had a chance to plant anything. It was in the pot, but by the grace of God, from once we had that freeze, passion fruit started growing in my backyard.
Okay.
I didn't plant it. The birds are the one that, I guess they're the one that planted it for me. Okay. I got passion fruits all over my backyard, like blackberries all over my backyard.
All right, number 7 tip is be a present parent. Be a present plant parent. There is a difference between I got tongue tied trying to say that, J3. It's 3 P's back to back. Be a present plant parent. There is a difference between being in your garden every day.
Right. I think Indiana's too cold for the passion fruit.
I don't know because, well, yeah.
No, Sarah Hive said she tried passion fruit and it didn't do too well up there in Indiana.
Oh, well, that's the reason why I'm getting away from Indiana, because can't grow nothing up here. I got to go to the South where I can grow some real food.
Right.
It says, looking at your garden every day. It is so important to watch your plants as it is the best way to notice pests and disease before they have a chance to take hold. On top of that, it is a great way to learn about the different plants and vegetables you are growing. So
Yeah.
basically, you got to be out there with your plants, being a parent to your garden, treating it as like
Right.
one of your children.
Right. Because some people talk to their plants and some people threaten their plants. Broke farmer's not here, but he threatened his garden, his trees and stuff. You gonna do what you're supposed to do, or I'm gonna kill you. If it's dying, he tell us it's gonna kill him so it'll produce. But no, seriously speaking, that's one of the good things about being in the garden. You talk to your garden and you talk in the garden, and it helps you and it helps your garden. Believe it or not, being in the garden, it releases a whole bunch of stress and anxieties and all this stuff. So gardening is also beneficial to you. So that's why you be out there talking to it and you observe it. Me personally, yeah, you watch your vegetables and stuff, but one pet peeve that I always have, I use, for example, collard greens. If I have collard greens out there and there's no bug bites in them nowhere, I won't eat them.
Really?
I use bugs as a test. If the bugs won't eat it, I'm not going to eat it.
I heard somebody say that if the bugs
I've
don't
always
touch
said
the
that.
plants or something, that they won't eat.
Right.
It's not good to eat them. But why is that?
Right. That's just me. That's something that I learned to live by. If the animals won't eat it, to me personally, there's have to be something wrong with it. Because I know that bugs and all that stuff, they will eat your brassicas and stuff like that. But if you come out there and there's no bites in it nowhere, I truly think there's a problem. So I won't eat it. That's just me.
Okay. Number 8, be a plant nerd. We kind of touched about this earlier, but I am a book nerd, but I'm not a plant nerd yet. I truly believe that any gardener, from a total newbie to a seasoned pro, is best served by gathering as much data as they can. So get
Yes.
yourself a notebook and start jotting information down. It can become an invaluable resource over the years.
Right.
Also, get yourself a month by month garden planner that helps you track garden information. Side note,
That's true.
if you are going the latter route, which is a notebook, then some good things to track are when to start and transplant your seedlings, any pests you encounter, any diseases you encounter, when and where they show up and how you dealt with them, any
Right.
yeah, a seed inventory, track what you have and need, a plant inventory, any information about your favorite varieties, varieties you definitely want to grow next season, and varieties you never want to grow again.
Right. Right.
So do you want to touch bases on that?
Well, a planner, keeping notes of your garden and everything, that's fine. It is fine, especially when you're just beginning garden. Always keep notes and stuff and you learn from it. But after that, I'll say after that 4th, 5th year, when you've been planting the same stuff and everything, 9 times out of 10, you won't be looking at your planting because you observed it enough that you can say, okay, I got a problem. I need to do this. I need to do that because you paid attention to your garden for quite a while. Like that's spending time in your garden. As long as you spend time in your garden, you will learn your garden.
Almost Homestead says she need to do that. Yes, keeping a note, keeping a planner, keeping anything that's like inventory wise of your garden will help you in a long-term process. Exactly. Have notebooks everywhere. Not a single word in any of them. Sweet Thumb.
Right. Well, truthfully speaking, I don't think Sweet Thumb is a beginning gardener.
Okay.
I don't think he's
If you're a
garden.
beginner garden in here, put a 1 in the chat. Which I know I'm one.
I think that's the only.
I think I'm gonna be the only one.
That's probably the only one you're gonna get right now.
Okay.
But then again, like I said, if you're planting something new, it always seems like you're going to be a beginner garden because this is the first time.
Desire is a beginner garden.
Okay. So
you're
not alone.
I know I don't feel alone.
But well, I'm not a beginner garden, but I'm getting ready to. I'm gonna plant some Georgia. What is that thing?
Sweet Thumb says he's in his second. They're in their second year, and almost homestead. Say I think, but I'm between beginner and intermediate.
Now, see, this is my first time planting candy roaster squash.
Okay.
This will be my very first time. So yes.
Okay.
I'm a beginner gardener. Because it's the very first time I ever planted this.
Sarah says she's intermediate.
You got different gardeners at different stages.
Exactly. Sarah said I know just enough to be dangerous. Okay, number 9. You don't need to start big. Sometimes new gardens are put off by their lack of perceived space. Starting in a smaller scale is actually probably a better thing. For new gardeners, as you can learn as you grow, if you have no outdoor space at all, then microgreens, sprouting, or growing hydroponically are a great entry into the world of growing your own food. If you have a balcony or a patio, then you can also add in container growing or even vertical garden, which things like a green stalk. And you can also start an underground or raised bed garden.
Yes.
That's if you don't have a large space to actually start your garden and you starting off small.
And realistically, if you don't have a farm, you have farmers that does big fields or planting and everything. But then you have even some of us young ones. I got me 6 acres. I'm getting ready to plant up the whole 6 acres. But ain't nobody working that 6 acres but you. I guarantee it'll dwindle down to less. Because my garden was a big area. I use my animals for example. My goats, I gave them an area about a half of a football field. Okay. They had all that room to run around in, but it's kind of hard. I cut it in half. And then I found
I'm sorry. What is a hydroponics anyway, J3?
Oh, you're planting with water.
Okay.
It's done you can get the little hydroponic thing that you can set up on your shelf or your counter, and you can grow microgreens and tomatoes, stuff like that.
Okay. And Gar's Desire says she has 7 green stalks that will be full for spring. Oh, that is so awesome, Gar's Desire. I'm so jealous.
I was reading about aquaponics, and then I got bees.
What is that, J3?
She was reading about aquaponics.
Yeah, what is aquaponics?
That's what I just told you. That's using water and stuff to grow your stuff in.
Okay. Green stalks are vertical stands.
Right.
That they're just vertical garden stands that you can grow a variety of flowers and vegetables in them. And
Right.
yeah, they're nice to have. They're nice.
And that's if you don't have a large planting area, they come in handy too.
Exactly. And the last tip for the day is you get to decide what is best for your garden. You need to
Right.
determine what is best for you and your garden. There is so much conflicting information out on the internet. It is up to you when you want to start your own seedlings. Treat different information as less right versus wrong and more about different opinions, options, and experience. Just pick one option and try it, or go ahead and try both or all the options. See how they works out for you, and then make your own decision on how you want to do said gardening. If it works, awesome. If it sucks, then try another option next time. So, what do you think? You have anything to add with that?
Okay. There's a beekeeper that I watch. I forgot his name, but Sarah may know him, and he'll tell you this is not a how-to, but this is how I do. So I'm gonna let you see how I do these things, but you're gonna have to. You can follow me, but you could do your own thing, and that's one of the things right there. Uh, Being in this YouTube, there's a whole bunch of people out here showing. Mike Berry, that's his name.
Okay.
Uh, there's a whole bunch of people out here doing things on YouTube in their garden. They're adding this, adding that, and they do a whole bunch of stuff. When I start garden, yes, I was doing some of the stuff too. But when you come to reality, and you said you got a fully organic garden and stuff, you don't have an organic garden if you're using all these chemicals and all these other things. So
And I don't want to do that.
therefore, everything I use is basically natural. I use chicken poop, goat poop. I'm gonna be using some rabbit poop. I use everything that is already here. I do have some stuff in the shed that I bought years ago. I said eventually I'm gonna take and start using it just to get out the way. Instead of throwing it in the trash, I will use it. And once it's gone, it's gone. The only thing that I actually 511. That's it.
Okay. I've watched this YouTuber, and she makes her own fertilizer as she grinds, like she'll um pressure cook bones and stuff, and then once she get them all soft, she'll grind them, and she uses that as fertilizer.
Am I freezing up or you're
Um,
freezing up?
ha.
Oh, I was asking whether you were freezing up or am I freezing up?
I think that was you. Did you not? So have you
I heard
ever?
a portion. I heard the portion about grinding up, but I didn't hear what you
Okay.
said she was
So I
grinding up.
watched this YouTuber. She does a lot of her own fertilizer. She makes her own worm casting, but she actually takes like bones and stuff and put them in a pressure cooker and pressure cook them so they can get soft and grind them up. And she
Right.
uses that as fertilizer too.
She's making bone meal.
Okay, so that's what that is. And that's
Right.
good for like what type of plants? Is that for everything, or is that for
I really don't. They use it for certain things and all that. I don't use all that stuff in my garden anymore, so I don't even pay attention to it.
okay. Okay, so as a beginner, what would you suggest? Hey,
Hey,
Bougie
Bougie.
Prepper, thanks for coming in. As a beginner, what and they're looking to get fertilizer, what would you suggest them look into?
Okay. I suggest if you know somebody or you can contact somebody, I would say goat poop, rabbit poop. If you're close to somebody with a horse, you can use the horse poop, and that's basically it. And now the only reason I'm doing this and I'm testing out alfalfa alfalfa pellets. I'm going to try that too because it's organic. I'm going to try that in my garden.
Okay.
And plus, I got it, so I might as well try it.
Okay. And well, the last thing is, so there you have it, my 10 things every new gardener should know. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it can feel overwhelming at the start. Just start somewhere. You can learn as you grow in your garden.
Yes, you're right. I was reading a statement on here, almost homesteading. Yes, some animal manure can be bad, but you got to know what the animal's eating because a lot of the grass that they feed the animal, they also put chemicals on that grass, and your cows are eating that. Different things. You just got to be cautious of what kind of manure you're giving them. Like I said, it's best if you know somebody and you can get manure from them and they can confirm that their animal's not eating any kind of chemicals or anything. That's the best thing for it. And yes, fish emoji, which is 511. That's one of the best things. Mix it with the water, pour it in there, and that's it.
Is that for the whole garden, like flowers and vegetables?
You can put 511 on everything you got out there.
Okay.
In the don't put it on the plant. Just you can put it out there.
Like I've been like J3. You told me to put this on everything, and I put it on my plant.
Well, no, you can put it on your plant. I'm talking about like stuff that you're getting ready to eat. Don't put it on there.
Okay.
Right. Because trust me, if you open up the 511, you might be using some bad language against me anyway, just from smelling it. It's ground up fish. It's ground up fish, and it's natural stuff that you can put in your garden. Mix it with water, pour it on there, and nourish your garden and everything.
Back up in the comments, I read that Miss Sarah said she make her homemade fish
emulsion. Yes.
Yeah. So is that better? If you
yes, it is.
I mean, like, how do a person make that if they want to go that route?
Do you like fishing?
I don't know how to fish.
Okay. Do you go buy fish?
I can only eat salmon and tuna.
Well, nah. I used to go fishing a lot, and when I'm doing my garden, the heads, the scales, all the stuff that we take out of the fish and everything, I would take that, throw it in the hole, or throw it in the garden. It's getting its nutrition. Or you can take some fish and grind it up. And as long as you got a bucket to put this stuff in, you grind it all up and let it sit a while and let it get nourished. And when it starts smelling the worst, you know it's time to use it.
Really, Miss Sarah?
Or you could take and put sardines in your garden. Sardine and water, not sardine oil, sardine with water.
She said if you bury a dead fish in your garden, it will grow better.
Yes.
I never knew that.
Yes.
I never, it's so much that I never knew. And by reading up on certain things, I was like, it's a lot of people that have questions in their beginner gardens, but they're afraid because they feel they don't know if they're going to do it right. I get it that we're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn from your mistakes as you start the journey in the process. Right. But the key part is at the end, you get something that's amazing for your family.
Yes.
Once you get it right, it's something that you'll be proud of. So
I get it. You learn from your mistakes, and when you learn from your mistakes, your family eat better.
Almost homesteading. If you're gonna take me fishing, it must not gonna be no snakes, because I can't do them.
Okay. Don't say you can't do that. Now, one thing I did with my wife, I used to go fishing all the time, and then I started taking my wife fishing with me. My only problem was when I'm fishing, my wife, I got to fish. I got to go back to my wife and take the fish off the hook and all that stuff. So one day what I did was we went to the bait store. I bought 2 containers of crickets. I bought 2 containers of worm. And when we came in, my wife, she was about 10 feet from the car. I set her up, did everything she needed to do. I left my son right there with it. My son was probably about 8, 9, something like that. And I left them right there. We were on a dam. I walked all the way down to the other end of the dam. I started fishing. And I heard my wife say, I got a fish. I said, y'all need to get it off. Her and my son got the fish off the hook. From that point on, I never had to take another fish off of my wife.
Sarah's Happy Hive says, if you have an aquarium, use the dirty water when you clean the tank and put it on your plants.
Yes, that'll work too.
Okay, well, that's a whole lot of information to take in. But J3, if you can give a brief summary of what we talked about today.
A brief
on your take. So we can well, since you're more of an experience than I am, you know.
Well, the summary of today is don't be a black thumb. You're gonna be a black thumb when you're starting out anyway, but try to be a green thumb. And the biggest thing to that is the thumb don't matter. The thumb ain't got nothing to do with it.
That's true.
That's just a term that we use, that people use. But in the midst of gardening, you're going to have some mishaps and you're going to have some success. And that's what you bank on right there, is the success. As you garden, you learn. As you learn better, and you can do better. So that's the whole thing right there, is you're doing it so that you can survive, and you're doing it so that your family survive, and you can always eat.
Okay. Well, what I got out of today's topic is I am a beginner. I not know anything about gardening. So basically what I'm getting from it, I'm doing this to make a better life for me and my grandchildren and my children. You know, I want to be more self-sufficient. I want to be able to grow the things that we eat and consume. And I actually want to make it a business, you know. Things that I don't eat and consume, I'll grow and sell it, you know, or donate it, however you want to say it.
That will work.
Yeah. So that's basically my point for this video today, is because I want to be more self-sufficient and I want to learn all the ins and outs. I want to be able to learn the do's and the don'ts, the good and the bad.
I'm going to prove you wrong too, though.
How you going to prove me wrong?
I'm going to prove you wrong. You said you don't know anything about gardening, right?
Nope.
What do you do with a seed?
Plant it.
You put it in the dirt. You know something about gardening.
Yeah, that's true. You plant it.
You put it in the dirt. That's all. I'm sorry. You have to learn the term soil. Some people, yeah.
You know, look, you say soil.
Soil.
See, you know.
My
progeny is kind of different.
It's oil with an S in front. Soil. Okay. Now, some people gonna jump on you and say, it's not dirt, it's not dirt. It's dirt, it's soil.
Bougie, yes, I'm gonna be on the bandwagon with y'all. I'll be able to do my first live when I get this land, but I'm just gonna walk around showing you.
No, you're not doing it. This is not. You won't do your first live. This is your second live. Remember?
No, my first live showing the land.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the land that the homestead gonna be on, that I can drop some seeds.
All right.
Well, almost homesteading. You're right. I do know at least 10 things about starting a garden. And I learned from J3 them the other day is get my housing situated when I get there. Don't start going out planting this, buying chickens and goats and cows. Get my house together and then go from there.
Right.
So yeah.
You have to take care of yourself first.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say dirt instead of soul. I'm gonna say dirt. I'm gonna put me some seeds in the dirt or the ground. I gotta put or the ground.
That's it.
Well, we're gonna come to an end with this, and I most definitely appreciate you all coming in on my live on my channel, which is Tampa's Creek Homestead. I would like for you all to like this video, subscribe, and share if you have not. Thanks, J3 Jegs.
Did a whole hour and 16 minutes.
I know.
16 minutes.
I know. That was a first, and I was not nervous. Whoop, whoop. Okay. I felt kind of comfortable doing this. So be on your land at least a year before getting animals. Guys, desire, I'm going to got to get me some chickens now. I can't go no year without no chicken eggs. You know, so I'm gonna have to do that. That's gonna be the only thing. The chickens and the quails is what I want to start off with.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I want to start off with in the beginning. It's the chicken and the quails. Like hands in the dirt say, you got a seed, put it in the dirt. You right. I'm putting it in the dirt, Bougie. My first seed gonna be honor of you, Bougie. Putting my seed in the dirt. GT, thank you.
Now, if this was another show, you would get a pause on that.
Well, I know. Okay, so I'm going to get ready to end this live. Sweet Thumb, okay. Thank you for coming in. Bougie Prepper, thank you for coming in. God's Desire, Almost Homestead, Sarah Beehive. Is it Sarah? Miss Sarah. That's what I'm just going to say, Miss Sarah. Thank you for coming in. Stacy for coming in. Hanifa, thank you, Boo Boo, for coming in. Happy birthday to you. If I missed anybody, I am so sorry, but I appreciate it. Charge it to my head, not to my heart.
Okay, before you close out, explain to me how you close out right quick.
Oh, Lord. It's this thing to the end over here on the right, say end stream.
Yes.
Okay.
And when you finish that, at the bottom, you see that red X where it says leave studio?
Yeah.
Okay, you end stream first, then you leave studio.
Okay.
But what you can do is when you end the stream, all these comments will be on the side, and you can read all the comments that everybody made just to familiar yourself with it. When you finish, then you can hit leave studio.
Okay. I sure appreciate you.
We good now?
I'm good, bro. So I'll let you know. I emailed you my phone number. So I'll email you when I'm ready to do another one. But if anybody else would like to join me in a live, put a one in the chat right quick so I'll know, and then I can do an invite and we can get some more people up here. Because the more, the merrier, the better. It'll be fun. So if you want to go live with me, just put a one in the chat right quick. Sarah, let me write that down.
Sarah Happy Hive said yes.
Sarah, Miss Sarah.
She's a beekeeper.
Oh yeah, we can do a live on
She's a beekeeper and a gardener.
Almost homesteading. Miss Sarah, when do you go live? And Almost Homesteading, do you go live? If so, when do you go live? Because I don't want to step on anybody's toes. We know J3 be on everybody live, so he'll.
Let me back you up one more time. You're coming on YouTube. I'm not gonna say there's any kind of etiquette. The thing too is when you keep coming on at a certain time, everybody know you'll be on at that time. Okay. But there's no such thing. I don't want to step on nobody's toes. If you're here on YouTube to do YouTube for you, you come on whatever you can, or you get that desire.
Okay.
Or you can just get a time. Like me, most people know I come on Friday at 6:00. So therefore, They know that's the slot I'm in. But who knows? I may go to some other slot. Who knows?
Okay, so I have 3 people that don't mind coming up.
You got TG on there?
I'm writing TG now. Bougie Prepper, did you want to do a live with me one day? I would love to have your bougie stuff on there with me. TG, it's okay, baby. I'm new. Well, I ain't new now. I'm a little old now. This is my 3rd live now, so I'm a little old now.
You still new.
I know. I'm still new.
Bougie says sure.
I see her. So we're going to have Bougie, Sarah, almost. We're going to get on live with y'all. I'm going to get the topic. And are y'all emails on y'all page? So I can email you?
I think it should be in their about page.
I think so. Because I found yours on your page. That's how I got your email. I said, dang, how am I getting in touch with J3? I can't get in touch with them. So I got up there and went up there. So if y'all, I'm going to check y'all pages and see if y'all got y'all email. And I'll send y'all an email and what day. J3, we probably going to have, how many people they'll let me have come up?
I think that was 4 people. 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4.
No, I'm saying with the StreamYard, how many people would they let me have up?
I think you can have only up to 4 people.
Okay.
On the free version, I think it's only up to 4. But you're not gonna bring them all up at one time, are you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you good?
No, I can't. I got to get some more nerves out of my almost home. So I have no idea if it's on mine. Well, I don't know how I can get you. I'll inbox you on Facebook.
Is yours on your email?
Mine's on my email, but she's in one of my groups on Facebook. If y'all on Facebook, I have a group called Homesteaders All Around. If you don't mind, go and please join that group. And please share all the knowledge that you all know, because there's some people in there that's beginners and they don't know anything about homesteading, garden, bees, or anything. So if you all would please go subscribe to that channel, I would really appreciate it. What the world happened? I don't want to create no banner. Jigs, are you on Facebook?
Yes and no.
Okay, well, if you go on there and subscribe to that group, I would love for you to share your knowledge.
Maybe and maybe not.
Yeah. You know you the bee man, so you and Sarah the bee people, we need y'all knowledge. Yep. But I appreciate you. We've been on here an hour and 23 minutes. I am so happy. I'm so happy.
Okay. Now,
well, if anybody wants to and you're not following Jags Farm, go over there and check him out. He got some awesome videos. He's a cool brother down there with his bees in his own world. Love you, Jags. I appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
And I'm gone. Y'all have a good day.
Y'all have a good day. Y'all be blessed in the chat.